Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, I have Toni Holt Kramer. She is an author of Unstoppable Me and one of the founders of the Trumpettes USA. Toni, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here again.
My pleasure, Michael. How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
All right. You have a complete, full agenda between now and the elections. I wanted to just pop in and you give our audience a flavor of what's been going on, and what's going to happen next.
Okay. Well, to begin with, we're thrilled because we've got so much good stuff going on right now. The president signing the first part of the deal with China today is such great news for everybody. And of course, the money that's going to help the farmers now is super fabulous. And so we've got a lot of talking points and a lot of proof. We don't just blab like a lot of people do about how terrible everything is. We really know the truth. We know that the economy is sensational. So we're taking that and we're running with it. We're taking the fact that the president has really put his whole heart into what he said. He hasn't not kept a promise yet, and what somebody might say he hasn't done yet, he will be doing. Red wave, I believe, is rest assured, absolutely. And to prove it, I'm starting, you're the first show this week. And starting this week, we will be broadcasting all over the world for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And I must say, I'm very pleased and very flattered as the founder and the president of Trumpettes USA that in just a few short years, we have really been recognized all over the world. I look upon the Trumpettes and the Trumpsters, I thank them from the bottom of my heart, because when we started, I thought, well, we'll just do this to gain some awareness in Florida because the election was coming. You know what the heck? I started with what I called an Adopt a Trumpette luncheon, thinking that, will I fill the room or not? Well, needless to say, I not only filled the room, we had people around the block waiting to get in, and that was the beginning of it. So you realize when things like that happen, that really America is looking for a guiding light. The president is the one who people go to. They now feel secure. They know that they can buy a house. Look, home sales have been at an all-time high. Why are they going up that high? Simple. People know that they have great jobs. They're making a good living. They're going to continue doing that as long as they keep the president in the White House. Because if you look at things realistically, Michael, we all have that tendency to kind of vote with our pocket a little bit anyway. And if we don't, we should. Because after all, the economy and what we can afford to do is the influence, the impact of how we raise our children, what we can do for them, whether we can afford those dance lessons or the guitar lessons or the piano lessons, whether we can take a family vacation, whether we can have time together to work and buy, paint our house and spend the money at Home Depot or Lowe's to improve all the things to make our garden more beautiful. Everything comes down to what we eat. We want good food. You got to pay up for it. So everything is the economy, social life, everything that you can think of. And consequently, with the president, he is delivering on all footing. He is delivering on every single cornerstone of that. And when you hear people, foolish people that are wasting their time and your money, quite frankly, your money and mine, on these silly, absurd situations. I don't want to poke fun at anybody, but if I was doing Saturday Night Live, I would have a ball doing an impersonation of Bernie Sanders. I mean, he's almost like too much of a joke to be taken seriously. I do realize that a lot of the young people that are interested in perhaps looking in that direction, although thank goodness we have people like Charlie Kirk and Turning Point. And Charlie is 25 years old, of dedication. He's so mature. He's so dedicated. And we have wonderful people that are out there working with him all over. Well, recently he was here in Palm Beach, doing an event at the convention center, and Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle, everybody that was there was working hard. We have young people. We're trying to gain the young people to realize that promises about everything being for free, it's nonsense. I mean, there is no such thing as a free anything, except unless you wind up being a destroyed country. And maybe in 30 years you get to have it back. Maybe, probably not. Because once you take that path, there is a very slight way to come back. It gets harder and harder and harder. So I urge people to really, even though nobody has time, they're busy doing what they have to do for their family and work. But I beg everybody to really take the time to pay a little attention, and don't buy the sound bites that you get that, they're going to impeach our president. It's never going to happen. I mean, they had a vote. It means nothing in the course of things, because the vote's never going to take them out. And actually, somebody said something really curious to me, that they said that something about if there was ever an impeachment mode or something, that it could give the president not one more term, it could possibly give him 2 more terms. Now, I haven't checked that out, but I think that's just super. I would love to see him be president forever. I don't think we're ever going to do any better. I told him I loved his sense of humor, too. I saw him at a party he went to for a 100-year-old lady, a girlfriend. Actually, she's our honorary international chair with the Trumpettes. And by the way, we are all over the world. We are in every state. My big event celebrating Trump is February 1 at Mar-a-Lago. We've been sold out over 2 months. And we have stars like Lee Greenwood. We have Diamond and Silk. We have Roseanne Barr. Can you believe we have Roseanne coming all the way from California? And really, she has not been on the air, sadly, for quite a while since that fiasco with the network. Her ratings were so high. I mean, she was the biggest, highest rated show. And she, just because of silly politics, California is kind of a place where the most important thing they think to them is if you're on the left. And I like to think that people have intelligence and that they realize that America is not foolish. We're not stupid people. The reason the president was elected is he had 10 years before going in and running for people who knew him, people who watched him on The Apprentice, people who let him in their bedroom, their kitchen, their bathroom, whatever. They let him come in, and he became familiar. He became a familiar face, a familiar person, somebody they trusted after all. He saw them when they didn't have their makeup on and so therefore he already had his foot in the door. Then he came out with all these incredible things. He was really sent to do a mission. I believe that. I think this is not an accident. I think it's really a reason that the president is the president, especially when so many people, even the Republican Party, which I heard an interesting comment on the other day on a television show on Fox, that the Republican Party is really not the Republican Party anymore. It's not. It's kind of over in a lot of ways. And I think they have a lot of work to do, too. It's not just, the Democrats are wasting time and money. And what are they doing? Why did you elect them? What are they doing? Why are they drawing salaries? Why are we paying their Medicare, their health care, their great travel, their this, their that? What are they doing for everybody? What are they doing for you out there? Are they helping your job get better? Are they seeing you get a raise? Are they seeing that you have a better place to live? Are they seeing that your kids are getting more perks out of life? No, no, not at all. All they're doing is holding on, in my opinion, to their own power, which they think is their power. They think it is. And I think that people are turning. I've had a number of people in the last month or two say to me, you know, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. I gotta tell you, I really didn't, they would say. But you know what? I don't even know if I like him that much. But I know one thing, I'm voting for him this time. And these were Democrats. I like to think that people would be centered on the fact of having their country be great, of having their families and their home life be great.
Tony,
And
it's
their
obvious.
jobs be great.
It's obvious everybody's voting with their money. That's why the stock market is continuing to set
Look
new
at it.
records.
All
And
new, today down, all-time high, over 29,000.
but
Amazing.
we only have so much time. But you are holding a couple of events, aren't you? I think Boca Raton.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
tell us about the
I'm
Boca
doing,
Raton event.
I'm doing a book signing for Unstoppable Me here. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on, what's the other one? Here.
Yeah.
Unstoppable Me with all my notes so I remember who I am. Anyway, Unstoppable Me, I'm doing a talk, and that will be shown all over the world because I'm very flattered that Austria and part of Europe are coming to film that particular interview that I'm speak. I don't make speeches because I don't know how to memorize anything. I always feel that if I memorize something, I would be like a wooden Indian. So I just talk from my heart, my third eye, whatever I feel. And so they're coming to shoot it. And then it'll be available on our websites, trumpetsusa.com, trumpetsusa.com, on Facebook. If you're not my friend, if there's room, come join me. Instagram, Twitter. You can follow me on all of those. And I really would so much like to have people to take an interest, and at least if you haven't ever been a Trump supporter, give it a shot now. My mother used to tell me something. Take a piece of paper, put a line down the middle, put on it good on one side, bad on the other. List all the things that you think are good only for your life. Put all the things that you think are bad only for your life. And then look at it. I'm willing to bet I got you. I'm willing to bet you're going to come with me. trumpetsusa.com. We're going to have our big event at Mar-a-Lago, the Winter White House, February 1, with all of the stars. We have my book signing January 23rd, speech to the Women's Republican Club. Very honored that they asked me to come. As I said to them, I'm not a speech maker. I just talk. And they said, great. And so I'm happy with that. And we have American Network, one of the biggest, coming to start. We're doing a pack day. We have a gift bags for all the people. I won't tell you how many, but it's well over 700. And we are having 24 ladies come. We have 8 incredible gifts, including Mike Lindell, who is wonderful, second year in a row. A traveling pillow. My Pillow Man donated that as a gift. We have Donald Trump Jr.'s new book. We have Con Air, which is giving us fabulous travel hair dryers. That's on the vacation you can afford to go to because of our president. And we have night creams, face creams, all kinds of creams. Adrienne Arpel, Bill Falloon from Life Extension. We have bags, incredible bags that we're giving, and hats so people can see that you're a Trumper. And 2020 was the kickoff to the 2020 victory, for sure, kickoff to the 2020 victory. And that's what I'm doing. And then after that, I guess I'm on the road. I'm going to be doing some fundraising. I've never done that before, but I kind of feel that maybe with my presence on social media and with the fact that I have trumpets all around everywhere, even in Europe and Australia, and Asia is coming. Everybody comes to this. And if they can't come, they want the footage and the video of it, and we do that. We're really worldwide today, and because of that, I think that the awareness, as just a gal that was never politically really that involved, only socially. I mean, I only wanted to be in Washington 10 years ago to be social, to get to meet, because I'd interviewed so many people, 4,000 people in Hollywood, and it was kind of like, okay, I've done that. So I figured start over, but now I'm really hooked on politics because I really understand how important it is for the future of our country, future of our families, and so much that I feel that my people and I can do, and we do. So I'll be hitting the road. If you want me, just get in touch with me. I'll be happy to come do an engagement for you anywhere you say. And if you want to do a fundraiser in your area, big or small, just let me know and we'll do it.
Okay. I'll take you up on that. Toni, thanks for letting me pop into your life for a minute. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And tell the president why I think he's doing a wonderful job. Keep it up.
Oh, we all do. And I'll probably see him this weekend, and I will tell him.
Thanks. All right. We'll talk to you later, Toni.
Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome. All right. You've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, download our app on iOS and Android.